Hello and welcome to Up the Villa podcast. If you're new to our channel, subscribe, drop this video a like and get involved in the comment section down below. You smashed it last month. We had literally the best month we have ever had on the channel. We had 80,000 views, which was mind-blowing, incredible. It was really good. We smashed out a load of videos in the transfer window as well. So yeah, a little bit of news. Villa, obviously, well, we played a friendly behind closed doors against Brentford. We won 2-1, which was pretty pleasing. Our mini pre-season in this little break has kicked off into full force. But yeah, on this episode today, we're just going to delve a little bit into Steven Gerrard's tactics as Aston Villa manager. And then we're just going to add our thoughts on how we see the season panning out as a whole after this. So I'm delighted that we've got my friend Matthew on. You might have seen him on a few of our little vlogs. He's been making some appearances. So he's going to talk to us a little bit about Gerrard's tactics. So we'll share the screen now and we'll get involved into it. So we'll start off with number one then. So take it away, mate.
Yeah, thanks for the intro, Luke. Much appreciated. So basically, this is a slideshow that Michael Bill put together. I've managed to get hold of it and just take some stuff away from it. So basically, if you look in the left-hand corner, you've got your formation that Villa play now. It's probably a 4-3-2-1. End of the era for the wingers. That's why you've seen Al Ghazi leave. You've seen Trezeguet probably depart in the next few days. Instead of playing the wingers now, Villa kind of play with two number 10s, hence the Coutinho signing along with Buendia. So you see the whites as well. The whites are the corner of the team. The blues are kind of the players that you probably rotate. So you have seen Ings and Watkins probably rotate. You've seen Ings playing a number 10 and Watkins trying to play it as well. Hasn't quite worked out. I think the game after, or Coutinho game, maybe did Coutinho get subbed off for Watkins or something like that, or who did he come off for? Can you remember in that game?
I can't remember.
The previous game? No. Okay,
Ings, was it Danny Ings that come off, wasn't it?
Yeah, and Ings and Watkins, one of them was playing in the number 10 role. So you could probably tell from that there. This is the formation that actually Villa are trying to play at the minute. I think Gerrard never really changed it at Rangers as well. So I think we're going to be seeing a lot of that. Next slide, Luke. Yeah, so this is where Villa try and pinch the ball in their mid zone. So you've got the off press zone, it's about 35 yards away from the goal, and you've got the mid press zone. The idea is hopefully to pinch the ball so the opposition are further away from their goal, sorry. And then spring a counter attack with the opposition, hopefully not getting back into their shape. Okay, and then you've also got the defensive zone as well. That's where probably Villa most comfortable of probably 40 yards out of from the goal. Just defend that red zone in there. Next one, Lee. And this is how you've seen Villa. You've got a good view from the whole end of kind of Villa's shape. Kind of use these reference point as the goal as a reference point, sorry. And then you've got protecting the red zone, as we've just mentioned. And Villa really do stay nice and compact. They tend to press from out to in as well. So you won't see us pressing from out to in, so you're pressing from in to out. So that's really good. You see Buendia really good at this as well. Coutinho, we haven't obviously seen him really do any of this at the minute. He's only had the one game for the Everton game, so not up to speed. But you've seen Emmy really take to this formation, this style of defending and pressing. Next one. Okay, this is something that Villa haven't really done yet, but you might actually see it. So Villa are looking in the white shirts, are looking to create overloads. Okay, defensive overloads with say we have Coutinho in the left ram and Buendia in the right ram, really shutting off the pitch. Okay, so the other two, the right back and the right winger, kind of out the game, creating a defensive overload. Then hopefully you can win the ball back there and spring on. We haven't really seen Villa take any chances really with their front three and kind of leave them up. We've kind of been a bit defensive. So you maybe see it develop within a few weeks or maybe next season, where Villa do go and ask the question of kind of leaving their front three up, but we haven't yet.
Right, so go on
and the next one down. So this is something.
Sorry, Matthew. So to me, this is pretty a good reference of Villa now, isn't it? I think we can all sort of see this sort of shape at the games, can't we? I think this is pretty much us to a T.
Yeah, I've pointed it out to you from the stands a couple of times now. This is kind of how we kind of set up with, say, from Watkins at the head of it, and then you got Buendia and Coutinho just behind him, nice and compact. So no wingers, kind of protecting the middle of the pitch, because it makes sense. If the goal's in the middle of the pitch, why not protect the middle of the pitch? So you kind of dictating where you want your opposition to go and play. So you want your opposition to go and play down the flanks. Next one down. Okay, there's another example. There's another example of it as well. You go to the next one. And then once you've pressed your team and you've kind of dictated where you want the ball to be, and you're ready to pinch it, kind of get the overload. If you can see there, Rangers have got a one-man, two-man overload there. So they should win the ball back there. And then basically, if you've got these distances and you're nice and close together as well, when you're defending, obviously, if you do win the ball back, your teammate's only 5-10 yards away, and it makes you for an easy pass to break out and a quick counter attack. Yeah, so this is probably, we haven't really seen this, but it's a bit of rotation. We've seen the rotation with the front three, so we've seen Watkins and Ings do it. Obviously, we haven't seen Emmy play down the middle, I don't think, yet. But you've seen them do it, and it's kind of Villa try to play through your middle of you, okay, all right, and then they try and control the width as well with the wingers, okay, with the fullback, sorry. So you see Digne, and that's probably why Digne's been signed, is a bit more attacking than Matty T. And then down the right back, Matty Cash. Obviously, he's very good at attacking fullback. And we have seen actually John McGinn in one of the games kind of slot into a back three as well at times with the ball, just to make an overload. Maybe you come up a team against the playing two up top, and then McGinn's just slotted in just to make three at the back, just to give us chances to get out. Yeah, next one. And next one. Yeah, I think that's about it, Lou.
Yeah, cool. So a couple of things that I wanna pick up on is, like, you know when we're playing out from the back now. So the key, what would you say, like the key areas where we're trying to get to with the ball? Because from what I can see, Mings gets the ball. He can either lay it to a fullback, he could lay it to one of the three central in midfield, or we could sort of cut out the free midfield and go straight to, say, a Coutinho. Is that what you'd say we're trying to do at the minute?
Yeah, I think a lot of opposition teams will let Mings have the ball just because of his distribution. He's not a world beater on the ball, is he? So you tend to see a lot of teams do let Ty have the ball. But yeah, I think playing through the middle, I think that's where Villa try and hurt you. And then if we pinch the ball high up the pitch, then potentially with Matty Cash and then Digne just on the overlaps. So yeah, I think the opposition, what I've seen from it this season, they do let Ty have the ball a bit more, obviously because of his distribution. But yeah, you did see John McGinn, as mentioned before, break into a free, get on the ball, so you've got that bit better of passing coming out from the back.
Cool. Right.
I do like the way when Mings and Conte come out, there's so many options, because you've got the number 6, which is Louise. You've either got McGinn, depending on which side of the pitch we're on. So for Tyrone Mings, he's got his left back, hasn't he? He's got McGinn, and then he's still got that option to hit the 10 or even go long to the number 9, hasn't he? So I do love the shape that we've got at the minute. I think you've done a real good job with that presentation there. Yeah, certainly highlights.
Yeah, I kind of whizzed through it, but I've kind of put loads of notes down. So as we go along, I'm sure you'll remind me of my notes, and then I can mention them. But yeah,
Justin, John, anything?
Yeah, I think it's very interesting, isn't it? Football is so this kind of. I find this fascinating how teams develop under new managers, and I think ultimately why Dean Smith lost his job is because he lost Jack Grealish, which was his go-to man, wasn't it? Everything went through Jack, and then when he went in the summer, I think he struggled really to develop a way of playing that involved everybody else, and ultimately lost his job through that. So Gerrard's had 11 games now. So it is going to be. You can see what he's trying to do. You can see the way he wants to play, and I totally agree that presentation is spot on from what I can see in the stands. You know, we do let the teams, what I've read, have the ball in their final third, and then the middle third we do this press. It's a narrow, we condensed into the middle of the park. We don't mind, our fullbacks. Well, we want our fullbacks to sort of bomb on, don't we? So sort of aggressively overlapping and allowing them to be the wingers, if you like. So we don't, like you say, we don't really play wingers anymore. We play, which is what I said at the start of the season. I really wanted to see the 2 10s, and by buying somebody of Philippe Coutinho's quality, and now the emergence of Emi Buendia, he's just going from strength to strength. We have really got, if we can just nail down who he wants to start up front, which for me is probably Ollie Watkins, it's a phenomenal front three in that formation.
Yeah, and I think it's good in that formation because the two in front of the midfield three in Coutinho and Buendia, they can do everything, can't they? They can dribble, they can carry, they can beat a man, they've got brilliant vision. So how do you deal with Coutinho and Buendia? It's going to be very difficult for a lot of teams to be able to cope with like picking them up, or they can even drop deep a little bit as well. So I think this front three, what we got going on here, is going to be dynamite.
The thing is, we're going straight for the jugular as well, aren't we? Straight, penetrate their back line, get it into them number 10s. If they can turn and play a through ball, great. If not, they're backed up by McGinn, Ramsey. If they're shut off, you got the wingers that'll bomb forward. So it's a great setup.
Yeah, I think Gerrard's ideal number 10 is someone with the loose hips, good on the dance floor. I think Ings and Watkins have tried to play that role, and they've really, really, really struggled. I think Watkins is good when he's just got the ball in front of him, always got somewhere to chase, kind of thing. Don't want to say anything against his footballing ability, but yeah, that's his strengths there. But yeah, obviously Coutinho. Yeah, as a number 10, you have to be quick. You have to think quick. You have to think really quick, split seconds decisions. Scan the pitch really fast, and Coutinho, Buendia, they've both got that in abundance. Them kind of skills.
Yeah, I think to have one of them is great, but to have two of them is a nightmare for opposition, isn't it? Because you can probably put 2 men on, and if Coutinho turns out to be the player we hope he's going to be, then people are going to double up against him, and then all of a sudden you're leaving Buendia, free, and Watkins has got the free rein then to run the channels. You've got to keep your eye on the fullbacks that are bombing on forward, and I think ultimately, the transfer window shut now. We know we're going to get a 6 in the summer. That's pretty much nailed on. I think that's why it's so imperative to get this dominating number 6, because then that also releases, at the moment, would be Ramsey and McGinn to get forward and get past, your attacking midfielders to get in the box, to create what you were saying, these overlaps and these, over in the box. It's a great way of playing, and just to watch it develop over the next 2 or 3 seasons is going to be great.
Matthew, one player that to be fair, I even forget we got now, Leon Bailey. So
I was just about to mention him.
Where does he fit into this?
It's a difficult one. I don't know if he's a Steven Gerrard player. I really, really don't. I think Gerrard likes his numbers, tends to be good off the ball. I think Coutinho will give you that as well once he gets up to match fitness. But I've watched Leon Bailey, and anything without the ball, he's not the best, is he? So, and he's a winger. He's an out-and-out winger. You'd sort of say one-on-one with fullback. Does he really want the ball smashed into his feet? Back to goal. It's going to be a difficult one. I really hope we haven't wasted our money with that one. But yeah, hopefully he gets a chance, because obviously he's doing really well in the Bundesliga. But yeah, we will see in the summer. It'll be once he comes back to fitness. I don't know when he's got a few weeks back.
Yeah, I think he should be back soon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so hopefully once he's back, he'll get an opportunity. But yeah, maybe it's an impact sub. Last 15, 20 minutes, stretch his legs and I don't know. I don't think Gerrard would trust him to start him just because how bad he is off the ball and what we've seen. So yeah, I think he's got an interesting few months ahead of him. So
yeah, I think he's going to be interesting on Bailey and how he fits into it. So we'll have a little look now. We'll have a look at Villa's. We've got half a season to go, haven't we? So we've still got so many games. We're sitting in 11th place, 21 games played, 26 points. There's got to be a big push now, hasn't there? There's got to be a big push. I think one thing I'm looking at, and I know a lot of them run the Dino, but we've lost 11 games this season. It's a lot of games we've lost, isn't it? But yeah, the next 4 games, you're expecting to hopefully go unbeaten through those 4 games, get a good few wins, to be fair. So how do you see the season going then, Ryan? What's your vibe?
I think the next 4 or 5 games will tell us. If we come out that game with, 12 points, confidence is going to be sky high, and sky high. We've got the so-called Big Six. Most of them we've got at home now, haven't we? So I've been mega impressed with our away performances so far under Gerrard. I just feel like now we're sort of landing at grounds now, owning it, chest puffed out. I love the way Gerrard walked down the touchline, Man U, Everton. Yeah. I know he's got history against them clubs, but his chest is out. And you look at, if that was my manager, I'm looking across to him and going, yeah, man, he's up for it. He backs us. And I just like the way we're just taking games to the opposition. We're landing on their patch and we're dominating it. So yeah, I'm really enjoying our away performances. But yeah, I do feel like this now. I love foundations, and I think this half of the season now, it's a big build now, ready for the next 2-3 years. I think whatever we do now from this point now to the end of the season is going to stand us in good stead moving forward. And it's exciting times. It's exciting. Gerrard, just love him. I think his ideas are modern. 4-3-3 is a commonly used formation, but the way Gerrard and Beale and McAllister have tweaked it, it's unique. It's unique, it's modern, it's forward thinking. And no doubt people are going to be looking at us similar to what we've done tonight and trying to work us out. But I have every faith that they'll tweak it more. And I think this management team is superb. And we've met at the right time. Aston Villa and Steven Gerrard and his team. It just feels like it was meant to be. It's meant to be. And he's the guy now to guide us on this next stage of the project, which is accelerating rapidly. So mega excited, mega.
Justin?
Yeah, I agree with Ryan. I think, we're going to kick on with this break. While it's frustrating for us fans, it's something I think that's definitely going to help him, I think, because he's going to have a couple of weeks to sort of get around the players, isn't he, and give them like a pre-season. So hopefully when we do start back up again, we'll be hit the ground running. We've, like you say, we've got some favourable fixtures, shall we say, coming up: Leeds, Newcastle, Watford, Brighton, Southampton. And then we've got a couple of tricky ones: West Ham, Arsenal, Wolves coming. But I think by then we'll hopefully be motoring. Coutinho will be up to full speed. We'll have the 11 will be set. Dean will be settled in the side. I see us having a really, really strong end to the season, which I think is imperative to kick off on in the summer again, because I think he's going to sign 1 or 2 top players in the summer to have a really good go at that top 6 next season. So I think it's really important now that we finish the season well, stamp our authority on the league, hopefully finishing the top 8 would be lovely, and then kick on for next season. But yeah, I'm excited. Can't wait for it.
For me, this period now has got to set us up for next season. It's got to be like charging into next season, really. Matthew, what are your thoughts then?
Yeah, I think the next 5 games are the pretty much probably kind of make or break our season. Just due to the poor start that we had, probably got to show top four form now, I would say, to get into that top 8. I mean, Europe is the dream, isn't it? And obviously Stevie G's let us dream at the minute. So yeah, we got a few more. We've got a week or so to dream a little bit more, and then we go into that game against Leeds. But yeah, the next 5 games are all winnable. And you're thinking, I feel I can get like 12 points from these games. I mean, yes, that's it. I mean, don't God knows where that's going to take us. Then 12 points, but I'm sure we'll be 7th, 8th, 6th in and around it. So yeah, these next 5 games are massive. And but then if you do well in those next 5 games, what comes with that is the pressure. So I think that's where Stevie G's experience as a winner comes into play. Obviously, you've got Coutinho, and you've mentioned him many times about signing these winners, these winner mentalities, and probably that's why we went for Bentancur as well. So yeah, winner, won loads of trophies over in Italy. So yeah, you can see them. You can see the Villas as adding to the squad and only adding winners as well. In and around it, obviously the young talents that we have as well.
I've got a vibe that if we get confident, we're in steamroller mode. That's how I see Gerrard going. I think if we ever get in a bit of a run, I really do think that is the mentality that we'll have. Pure.
I think he's taking our mentality. He's going to rise it to elite level, isn't he? That's where he's going to want to get those players and believing that no game's dead. You can win everything. We've seen it from the very first game. Remember Tyrone Mings' goal when he was legging it to the throwing line to win that ball back, and he got his reward for it. And that to me is Gerrard all over. And you're starting to see Gerrard's personality now on the pitch.
Yeah, but look at Everton. When have we ever done that?
I know.
Gone there, fought hard, dogged, battled, had a war with them, won when we weren't really playing that great. We don't do that, but even that's a side of us that I'm looking forward to, because
that shifting mentality.
Yeah. Right. So one last thing before we go then. Thoughts on Matt Targett to Newcastle? It's weird. Honestly, it's so. I don't get it. What I don't get about it is we want 2 players in every position. Fair enough. Matt Targett would want to play football. Who wouldn't? Every player in that Villa squad wants to play. But surely you've got to sit there and fight and try and get your shirt back. You can't just do one at the first opportunity. I mean, his interview with Newcastle was a bit of a joke. He was saying that he's been looking at it from afar and he's looking at the owners and he's looking at all this. And I'm just like, what are you on about? Honestly, I just don't get it. Does anyone else want to add anything?
I tweeted out last night, sort of saying the same thing. Like, at the first sign of competition, you legged it, you walked away. And it sparked a bit of a debate, to be fair. Like, most people saying, look, he wants first team football, he's left for that. But for me personally, I think he should have at least stayed for another 6 months. I think he left prematurely. He's only lost his place for 2 games, right? And people were saying, right, he ain't going to play. Well, how do you know? Because at least he could battle on the training pitch with Luca Dean. Now, that can improve both players. Targett could learn a thing or 2 about attacking. Luca Dean could learn a thing or 2 about tackling and defending. So both of them creating that competition on the training pitch, which Steven Gerrard wants. I thought that was perfect for the end of the season, pushing each other. And if Targett was unhappy at the end of the season, then he walks away, doesn't he? He gets his move. But then people were saying, is the financial package that Newcastle offered too good to turn down? Have they give us a loan fee, paid all his wages? Is there a hefty price tag at the end of it, an option to buy? We just don't know. We just do not know. But my gut feeling, and I wish he would have stayed, and I just feel like he left prematurely.
Yeah. Does anyone else want to add anything?
I'm not fussed at all, to be honest. I totally see why he wanted to go. I don't think he's got the fight in him anymore. He's had the shirt now for 2 or 3 seasons, hasn't he? He's been the first choice player, and I think he realises his days are numbered at Villa now. We haven't just brought in a player to compete with him. We've brought in a player that's far better than him, and I think he knows that. So I think he's had an opportunity to leave, to play regularly. He owes Villa nothing really. He's had a couple of good. He had a brilliant season last year. I can see what you're both saying about fight for your place, but I just think he knows that he's not going to play, barring an injury, a bad injury to Luca Dean. He's not going to play. I don't think it leaves us short either. Ashley Young can play there if we need him to, and even at a push, Courtney House can slot in. So I think going forward, I don't see him as part of the squad. I think we'll bring another left back in the summer, probably that young lad from Bologna. So yeah, it's just football, isn't it? We're evolving, and we've done what we hope we'd do. We're bringing in a far better player than we've currently got, and the one that's there already doesn't fancy it. So fair enough. Just go. Then we'll bring somebody else in. It's not a problem. We've had plenty of players that have gone over the years, so I'm not getting as emotionally attached to players anymore after Saga in the summer. So yeah, it's a shame. He's had a good couple of seasons, but Luca Dean is a far better left back. So we move on.
Cool. We'll end on that one then. Yes. So we are going to be back to normal on the weekend with our Leeds preview. We've got
thank God for that.
I know. So
long. It's been so long.
We shall be back for that one. And yeah, just bring on the rest of the season. I can't wait to be back watching Villa play, to be fair. So hope you enjoyed this video. Something a little bit different, a little bit of an insight into what we're doing tactically, which I found really interesting, to be fair. Thanks, Matt. For
very good, yeah.
We can see him on the channel. I think we're going Newcastle away, aren't we?
Yeah, that's the next date we've got. We've got Newcastle away, so it's going to upset the Geordies, eh?
We'll be
Matt
there.
Targett.
Yeah,
Matt
Targett.
That one. So yeah, thanks.
I hope he's not listened.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching and up the Villa.
Up the Villa.
The Villa.